Hello everyone, welcome to Global Offensive Hacker Associate community and welcome to another hacking episode of Hacker Associate. So in this video we are going to talk about Apple M1, and if you go anywhere everyone is talking about Apple M1 like it's very fast, good performance and lot of things, right? So let me just go to the Apple application like website. You see this is the M1 and Big Sur. With great power comes great capability. So this we already know like M1 is very good, okay, like in terms of performance. But like if you talk about pen testing side, so I want to discuss okay on the pen testing side like how we can use Apple M1. So recently my student have purchased this device like Apple M1 lab. They have some laptop, they have iMac, but they have said to me like nothing is working there, like VirtualBox is not working, your VMware Fusion is not there. Kali Linux right now is available, okay, like for Apple M1, and some other software are available for M1 right now. But if you talk about the powerful platform like VirtualBox, this we always require, right, to import our like OVA files. VMware Fusion basically is always required, okay, like if you are a Mac user. So this software, okay, is not working, okay, in this particular iMac, okay, because of this M1 chip. So what alternative we can find in this way? In this particular video I'm going to discuss on like how we can start pen testing, okay, using that Apple M1. This I'm going to discuss today. So let's start it, and this is the topic for today, like how to start pen testing, okay, with Apple M1. So whatever I am using, this I'm going to disclose, okay, in this particular video. So you can see, if you example, let's see, if you go to the Bub Suite, okay, Bub Suite is a like popular application as you already know, right? I'm using a Bub Suite Professional, I'm using a Fiddler everywhere. So this, okay, software working fine. Let me example, let's open it up. So this is we require, this is a hacker choice. For example, let's see, if you are starting application pen testing or API pen testing, these are first priority. So this is my priority, Bub Suite Professional. Second is we have a Fiddler, and third, if you talk about, we have a Postman. So this Postman I'm using for API pen testing, and here, okay, this software working fine, right? But in this part, okay, who will install, okay, all this software individually? So what we can do here is, in this particular case, we require Kali machine, and Kali machine by default will not work. So I'll discuss about the open source software as well as the paid application. So let me start the burp, and you see there is no problem with the burp. And now let's check it out, like burp is working, okay, in our Kali machine or not. So you can see clearly I am using my parallel desktop. Okay, so you can simply use parallel desktop for this kind of virtualization, and this is a paid application. So example, let's see, if you go to the internet, right now we don't have an option for VirtualBox, we don't have an option for VMware Fusion, only we have a two option. If you have we can say subscription with parallel desktop, you can use it, otherwise you can use UTM. So this is the open source which I am using. Example, let's say this is the UTM. If you go here, UTM, okay, and you can easily download, okay, using this app store. So example, let's see, if you go to the UTM, just type here UTM virtual machine. I'm just checking, okay, enter, and you can clearly see this is available there, right? And let me first open for you this UTM application. So here it is, UTM. This is open source basically. So you can simply start it and you can run, okay, your Windows machine and other thing. And I have tried with the bridging, but generally the bridge part not work well, okay, in this UTM. I think you can use like your isolated part, you can complete isolate, okay, your virtual machine, but if you want to work with other machine, then okay, you'll be getting an error. So this is another limitation here, okay, for the UTM. So you can have a look into this, okay. I have not much experiment this part, but when I tried, okay, for the bridging part, other thing is not working fine in my case. So please have a look, and you can simply click here, browse UTM gallery, and here, okay, we have these machines are available, okay, under the UTM directory. This is the UTM, okay. And if you see the UTM, we have Ubuntu 20 and Windows 7, Windows 10, everything available there. On the other hand, when you talk about, so this burp is working perfect, right? And I'm using this burp bounty pro, burp JS link finder, and lots of other extensions I'm using. And I'm using my Mac system only for pen testing. So all GitHub script, Python, everything is working fine. There is no problem in that. Only thing is I can't import the OVA file here. Okay, I need to use other system for that. So in this case, if you're using like parallel desktop, so in parallel desktop you can clearly see we have a Kali Linux and this threat hunting. So let me first close this bub suite. So bub suite we have experimented, we have checked it here, is working perfectly here, okay, in this Mac system. And now let's talk about the performance for Apple M1. Okay, so just give me a minute. So if you talk about that performance, so let me just show you. See, I'm going to open all the application like this. See, you see the performance. Each and every application I can open. So this is the beauty of that Apple M1. So you can just have a look into this. This is excellent, we can say, chip. Okay, so I'm closing this one, ignore everything, so force quit everything. Okay, so you can see performance wise, okay, is very good. Okay, this is just using single click, okay, you are able to close the application. So I'm recording that video, okay, maybe for some reason, okay, that's the reason, like we stuck here. So let me go to the force quit and going to quit this application, and we only want this one. See, nice gesture, and see here, and we have a Postman, we don't require Postman, we don't require Sublime. Okay, now we talk about the parallel desktop part. So example, let's say we have this machine Kali Next. Let's start this one and see how quickly like we can start this machine. So when I press enter, and you can clearly see this I have started, and very fastly we are able to start this machine and log into this machine, right? See, very fast as compared to, okay, like our traditional system. And if you go here, okay, terminal, and I'll show you, okay, one more thing here. Example, let's see if I go to the download folder ls, and here, okay, like I have downloaded Bub Suite. Okay, so example, let's see if we go to the Mozilla, and here, okay, you simple type here, example, let's say ports vigor application. Okay, this first application, you open it up, and if you go to this application, there is a product section here. You can simply download this community edition, right? So example, let's say this one, and click on here download, and here, okay, like Linux 64-bit download. So when you download this script, okay, look like this sh, and when you try to run, let's see java -jar, and I'll use burp suite. Okay, git file, sorry, it's not jar file, so I need to use bash, and you can use sudo with this, sudo bash, and enter, entering the password, and here you can see unpacking GRE, and you are getting an error here. Exactly, this is my point here. Okay, so if you're using a parallel desktop, for example, let's say this is my parallel desktop, and if I go to the plus button here, okay, and you can clearly see this is the option we have about Mac with M1 chip. If you go continue, and you can quickly just click on this button, automatically parallel desktop will set a Kali Linux for you. Okay, this is the advantage. So I can select this one and automatically download. Example, let's say this one, and continue. You can clearly see package size 3.39 GB and unpacked 10.34 GB. So I don't want to do it because in my case it's already installed. But if you try to install Bub Suite here, okay, you will be getting an error. So how to solve this error? So what you can do is, first, okay, you can simple type update, sudo apt update. These you can try first. Okay, and after that, what you can do is you open a new terminal, and you simple type, okay, sudo apt install and Bub Suite, this one, and press enter. This is the option, okay, we have. Okay, if you are using a parallel desktop Kali, or maybe in your case if Kali is not in your case suppose burp is not working, then okay, you can use this technique, apt install Bub Suite. Very easy, very like straightforward, right? But if you are thinking like there will be a problem with Java and other thing, there is no problem with the Java, because if you go to the application and we have, okay, vulnerability analysis or application analysis, we have this tool is available there, is installed there by default. It's called Zap. If you click on this software, okay, see this is working, but when you click on the Bub Suite, it's not working. So there's no problem with Java, some problem, okay, with internally. Okay, so if you want to use Bub Suite, okay, with Apple M1 and in parallel desktop, use this method called apt install Bub Suite. and you can see it's perfectly working. Now closing. Okay, this is the way. That's how you can use it, and Control C. And if you just type burp here, okay, like that, and you can see it is working perfectly. Okay, you need to use sudo if you want. So this is okay, fine for us. And here, okay, you can see next, close, next, and it is perfectly working in this particular case. So that's how, okay, you can set it up, okay, the lab, okay, in your Apple M1. On the other hand, okay, like if I want to show you the Windows machine, so let me just close everything here. So this is the Windows machine, and if you can see here, okay, this CTS thread hunting machine, let me click here and see how fast, okay, like we're able to run that machine. So I started a Windows machine and quickly going to deploy there, and it's very fast, Apple M1. See, and you can clearly see like it boot up with excellent speed, and I am doing lot of stuff, okay, here in this machine, and you see still, okay, like speed is good. Okay, that's how, okay, you can start that machine, and we can easily share that file from here and there very quickly. Another section, okay, like which I want to discuss, okay, for this section is Nmap. So example, this is attacker choice, right? Always Nmap, pod scanning, these tools are there. So if you try here Nmap, okay, it is working perfectly on this. So like this, I'll take any application for testing purpose. Example, it says 0.webappsecurity.com, enter, and it is working perfectly fine. So you can see Nmap, there is no problem. Nessus, there is no problem, okay, here. Zap, there is no problem. So this, okay, you can use it. That's how you can configure your Apple M1 for pen testing. Only the limitation is OWA file, you can't import it because VirtualBox and VMware Fusion are not working here. Any VHDX file or parallel desktop file, ISO file, okay, you can run it. Even if you go to that this one website like Kali download, so you simple, okay, also search it. For example, let's see if you don't want to download directly from parallel desktop, what you can do is you simple type here Kali download for Apple M1 like this, Apple M1. And if you see here Apple M1, so here it is Kali, install Kali doc on Mac, and this is basically documentation came there, right? We want Kali website, so write Kali download, enter. So this is a website I'll open for you, and here you see a virtual machine. I require bare metal. Let's example, it's a recommended, and here you see this is the installer, right? This one, this you can use it, and here we require Apple M1. So select Apple M1 and then install it. Okay, this is the way. So when you close it, now if you check the Windows machine, see this look like Windows, right? And here is working perfectly. Example, let's see if we go here, see it's perfectly working. See, go to the PC, see the speed of that Windows machine. See everything, like all software I have configured like IDE, freeware, and so on. Now, so we have discussed about lot of tools, okay, today, and now I'll show you one more thing. So let me first shut down this machine. I don't require right now, so shutting down, and I don't require this also. You can shut it down. So sudo, we can use power off and so on. Now another choice, okay, for hacker is Docker container, right? This I always like it because I always deploy a lot of containers, and I want containers, okay, for testing purpose, for deployment purpose. For that purpose, okay, even, okay, like Docker have released the software for Apple M1. This also you can use it. So example, let's see if we go to that browser and simple go here Google and just type here Docker installation, Docker install on Mac. Just click on this section, and you can clearly see we have available here, right? Just click on this Docker desktop for Mac, and you see clearly we have a Mac with Intel chip and Mac with Apple M1. So this is also available there, right? So almost most of the software, okay, available, whatever we require, okay, in daily life, like for pen testing purpose, this is available here. So burp is main one, right, for us. Zap is main one, and like GoBuster and other thing, this is basically the script, so it's working perfectly here. So example, let's say if you just type here GoBuster, working. FFUF is also working here, right? So ls minus la, I'll go to the cd go language is required for this, okay, cd bin and ls, and this always we require FFUF for directory brute forcing and fuzzing related stuff. If you just type here John the Reaper, it is working perfectly. And Hashcat, I think I have not installed, but it is working perfectly here. Okay, I'll install, okay, using a brew command, brew install hashcat. Okay, let me check it is available or not, and I'm installing like that. So most software are working as I mentioned to you, and that's how, okay, you can configure Apple M1 for pen testing. This is just like I want to give you introduction regarding to the Apple M1 and what software I am using, how I have configured my Apple M1 and lot other thing. For other related video, okay, you can check my channel, Hacker Associate YouTube. You can check on that and you will see a lot of interesting video there. And also I'm going to come with a new video on red teaming operation, okay, maybe shortly in next couple of month. So thank you for watching the video. I hope this video is informative for you, and let's start pen testing with Apple M1.